Well, hello. Today is Monday, July 26th. I had to think for a minute. Got my Canada shirt on. Judy Rivet went to Niagara Falls. I don't know if she's there now or if she's already back, but she told me she was going to Niagara Falls. This is where I got my shirt, is in Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, which is so much nicer than the American side. It's just more beautiful on the Canadian side. When I was a little kid, we used to go to Boston very rarely, but when we would drive, my dad always stopped at Niagara Falls, and I always thought, this is boring. This is just water going over a cliff. But now as I get older, I appreciate it more. But anyway, we have birthdays. Today is Fly Lady Cat's birthday, so Fly Lady, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear cat. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Merman's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Merman. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Susan Crowley, it's also your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Barbara and Kenneth Runnels, today is their 46th anniversary. I think they got married in 1975. Barbara, let me know if I'm wrong. But you're still going to get an anniversary song. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. We'll have a great anniversary today. Anyway, we're going to have from Recipes from Roy. I told you yesterday we were going to make the recipe. I made it today. His recipe calls for 3 points. The way you make it, for the way he makes it. I making it a little bit different, and so mine's going to be 8 points for the same amount of servings, but I'm going to try to redo my recipe tracker because that seems like a lot. If you make it in a 13 by 9 inch pan and you get 4 servings out of it, that's a pretty big serving. And you know, this is coming from someone that doesn't know too much about portion control. It just seems like a lot. So I think I'm going to try to dwindle the recipe down to 6 servings and see how many points that will be, but I'll let you know at dinner exactly how much it is. But I've already eaten breakfast, so let me show you what I had for breakfast. Okay, let's eat, because I'm hungry. Got a bowl of oatmeal, some tea, glass of water, an egg, and a banana. I'm going to try my tea that I got from nutstop.com. So we'll see how I like it. I'll let you know. Today is Monday, July 26th. I have 23 smart points. I have 30 weeklies left. My quote is, you cannot think well, sleep well, if you haven't dined well. 4 points for half a cup of oatmeal, that's dry. Quarter cup of 2% milk. 0 for my egg, banana, and tea. And 3 points for my 8 ounces of orange juice. It's an 8-point breakfast. Let's get it going. I know, a very light breakfast. Just a bowl of oatmeal and a banana and a hard-boiled egg and my orange juice. That tea that I had, that I got from Nutstop, which is the Scottish tea, it was delicious. You gotta like tea, I realize. It wasn't really too strong. I would compare it to the English tea that I used. Drink the English breakfast tea, which I forget the name of the tea that it is that I drink. Isn't that sad? But it's an English breakfast tea. Anyway. It's not as strong as that, but it's still a very good tea. I did like it. But I know a lot of you comment about my portion sizes of my fruit, and I know I went way overboard yesterday. I know that. But the way I look at it is I would rather eat a lot of fruit, which I know has got sugar in it. I know I'm not fooling myself. It has sugar. But I think it has less calories than the donuts and the bagels and the Danish and things like that I could be eating in place of it. So if I had to choose, would I have my big bowl of fruit or would I have a cheese Danish, if I'm going to be specific? I would pick the cheese Danish, which is very high in fat and the wrong kind of sugars and everything. So having all my fruit is going to be the way it is. And I am not apologizing for my fruit intake. I am not. I have told you all along that I'm going to get to the end of my journey eating foods that I love, and I'm going to do it in a way that I'm going to be able to follow once I reach my plan, once I reach my goals, and I intend on having fruit the rest of my life. So I may not lose as fast eating as much fruit as I'm eating, but I'm still losing. I've had a loss I think I stayed the same 1 week. No, I think I've had a loss every week this month in July since I've really gotten really dedicated. Not huge losses, less than a pound each week, but you know, it's been a loss every week, which is more than I can say from January to June. I didn't have a loss every week. Making no apologies for my food choices. You asked to see my food, I show you my food. I feel no guilt when I show you my food. So I am not taking it as criticism when people say I eat too much fruit. I understand where they're coming from, and I just wanted to let you know my reasoning for eating so much fruit. I really think that the same people that always say I eat too much fruit wouldn't say the same thing if I ate too many vegetables. But then again, there's not sugar in vegetables like there is in fruit. So I mean, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I do my best. And I'm going to continue to show you my food. I'm going to continue to show you when I have a lot of fruit, because that's just what I do. And I am trying to change up my eating a little bit this month. I think I have been a little bit, but I don't know. I've been looking back at my tracker for the last couple of days. I have been kind of heavy on the fruit. That's a gimme. But I've been kind of heavy on the cheese and the bread. So I know how my body reacts, and so I have to really kind of rein that in a little bit, because I have been eating a little bit too much of that. And then I did contact tech support for my Wemo device. Oh my gosh, I had the nicest lady, and I asked her just trying to wait while we were waiting for things to boot. I says, oh, how's the weather? And then she didn't know how to answer. And I says, well, I realize that you're not in the United States. And she says, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm in the Philippines. And I said, I'm just wondering what the weather's like in the Philippines. That's all, I don't have a problem. So she said, it was just a lot of rain. I said, well, that's what we're getting here, a lot of rain too. So, it's a little breezy. Hopefully you can hear me. My chimes are going a little crazy, but it's a hot breeze. It's not a cool breeze. It's like it's kind of muggy, but it's supposed to get cooler the next couple days. And then next week when I'm on vacation, it's only supposed to be in the 70s, which I'm kind of bummed about, because I really wanted it to be in the 80s, at least in the 80s. But things can change. It's a whole week away, so we'll see. But anyway, back to my Wemo. We had to completely shut down my router for all of my devices in the house. Like for my AT&T router, I had to completely reboot the router on that. I had to reboot my phone because we were trying to upload the app on my phone. I had to delete the app and then reboot the app. It was like a production. It took almost an hour. But now it works. So the end result was fine. But it was like an hour of my life I'll never get back. But I got the thing working. But I didn't even tell Jim. I'm going to let him be surprised, as we say in my family, uprise, when the light comes on tonight. Because I tried to do it yesterday and I lost all patience. I told you that. And I was going to go to the pretzel jar, the chocolate pretzel jar. Which you were saying, Sandy, why do you have a chocolate pretzel jar? Because I can have chocolate pretzels on my plan. I just have to figure them into my points. I just can't eat them like my fruit. I have to really portion those out. And when I do have them, I'll let you see it. But I haven't eaten any this month, and I almost ate one I almost ate a couple yesterday, but passed it up. Walked right past that. Well, I didn't walk right past it, but I put the lid back on. And then I went and got my hair cut. I know my colics are she really had a hard time. I did write down the name of the person that gave me my haircut last time I went in, because I really liked. I thought she gave me a really good haircut. She's no longer cutting hair, so I had to take someone new. Very nice lady, or girl, whatever. But she was having a hard time with my colics. So we'll see how it looks tomorrow. This is just, not doing anything with it. But it was getting annoying for me, so I had to get it cut. And then thinking of going in the pool this afternoon. I'm going to call Denise to see if she wants to go in. It's boring going in by yourself. Jimmy's going to come by tomorrow. We're going to do our, well, you know what, we haven't got very many questions. We've only got one question from Brandy Granton about our Ask Us Anything for this week. So unless we get some more questions, we're going to have to make up some questions on our own. So if you have any questions for us for our video tomorrow, which is really for Wednesday, but Jimmy only comes on Tuesdays. So we're going to film that. And then we did get tagged by Mary Gets Fit for a tag video, but we're not going to post that. We've already did it. We did it yesterday when he came by to pick up the generator, because I told you that Jimmy had a tornado hit by his house and he's lost power, and they don't know how many days before it's going to come back. So he came and borrowed our generator, and while he was here we did the tag that Mary Gets Fit had done. It was a Have You Ever tag, but we're not going to post that until next Tuesday. I have it scheduled to go up at 9 o'clock. What would that be, the 3rd of August? Since I'm going to be on vacation, so you'll still have a video with Jimmy and I. And then maybe if we don't get enough questions for this week, we'll think of something else to talk about on Wednesday with the Jammin' with Jimmy. And then, well, no, we're going to have to come up with some questions, because we're going to have to film it tomorrow. You give us some questions, because we're going to, we have a subject that we want to talk about, so we'll either do that subject this week or next week, depending on how many questions we get for the Jammin' with Jimmy. I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll see. And then Danny's coming over Wednesday with the boys. And then Thursday we're going to Christy's house to pick up extra stuff that doesn't fit in her car, because Jim's going to bring and drop me off up at the cottage. I told you I don't like to drive. My sister Mary said she would pick me up, but she doesn't have that big of a car, and I have like a chase lounge. It's like a sitting chair, but you can make it into a chase. It's like a really nice chair, and it's a really big chair. And then with my food, and then we always bring our own like pans and stuff. I mean, they supply all of that stuff, but I like cooking with my own pans, and I like eating off my own dishes. I know, I'm a weirdo. You go to a restaurant, you don't bring your own dishes to the restaurant. But in a restaurant, they have an industrial sized dishwasher that they, hopefully, that they clean all the dishes on. Whereas at a cottage, it's just hand washed, and I know I could hand wash them before I use them, but I guess I'm kind of snobby. I bring my own bowl, my own dinner plate, my own glass, my own cup, my own teacup, my own teapot, and my own tea kettle. And then I bring my electric frying pan, and I bring a serving bowl so that I can make my stuff in. I know. High maintenance. I'm high maintenance. And then obviously you bring your food, and I have a cooler. And so anyway, we're going to Christy's house. She brings fans, because she's one of these people that has to sleep with a box fan. Her room has an air conditioning, like a portable air conditioning unit. But she just likes the fan for the noise. But okay, today we were going to talk about just doing what you can, starting where you can, doing what you want, not giving up, because it's Monday. Everybody, most people, start again on Mondays. And a lot of times you just think, oh, I just got so far to go, or I just gained so much weight during the pandemic, and I just don't feel like it. I'm going to wait a week or something. Weigh yourself. If today's the day you want to start, weigh yourself today. Start today. Start where you can. Do what you can this week. And just try. I mean, you can always put it off, but how much more weight are you going to gain if you put it off? And I know for me, I kept like from January to June. I know somebody told me yesterday that I repeat myself too much. The reason I repeat myself too much is because I have to hear it myself, and unfortunately you have to hear it too. And so that's why I probably repeat a lot of things. A lot of times I repeat things because I'm not sure, people don't watch me every single day, so I'm not sure that they heard it before. And if they heard it before, go la 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 if you don't want to hear it again, or skip past that point, or, just listen to it again, because sometimes I know it helps me, so I'll say it as many times as I need to say it to get it through my thick skull. And I wrote down notes today because I want to make sure I get to everything. Because it's, like I wrote, you are what you do, not what you say you will do. I know. It's so easy to say, sorry about that, I got to hang that up. Potential spam. I love that feature on my phone. A lot of times you say, well, I'm going to start a plan. I'm going to start eating healthy. I'm going to have vegetables at every meal. I'm going to do all of that. fine that you said it. Did you actually do it? I always say, well, you know what, next week I'm going to do a recipe. Not a recipe, I'm going to do a menu plan. For the whole week I'm going to do a menu plan. And I don't do it. Although I did make a plan for next week because I have to bring food, because I'm not going to be able to just run up to the store to get what I want. So I have a plan on what I'm going to have each day for my dinner, and now it might change up a little bit, but you know, like I have my meals planned. When we go on vacation, the one morning I'm going to be making pancakes and bacon and sausage for everybody for breakfast, and but for the rest of the week, we kind of fend for ourselves. We make our own thing. We kind of eat the same time. If we try to eat around the same time, we don't do everything together. You know, like somebody might want to go to town now, but somebody else might want to go to town at another time. Or, you know, the only thing we do together is if we go out to eat, we go out to eat together, we'll do that. Or if when we go for ice cream, we'll go together for that. And when we go swimming even, sometimes somebody will go like in the morning and they'll go again in the afternoon, they'll go at night. Sometimes somebody only goes in the morning, you know. We're pretty much on our own schedule. So I am planning on doing somewhat. I know I'm saying I'm going to do it, and I will do it this time. I really will. And you need to take action. It will always bring you closer to your goals than just having the intention of reaching your goals. I have the intention of losing 100 pounds. I have the intention of getting to Wonderland. I have all of those intentions, but if I don't actually put in the work, I'm not going to get there. And I've come to realize that I need to get working a little bit harder. And as I have said in the past, I need to get a crack-a-lackin'. And I think I have been doing that this month of July. I think I've really gotten my focus back, my intentions back. And a lot of it has just been showing my food and not feeling guilty about it. I think the reason I stopped showing my food, well, main reason I stopped showing my food is because I knew I was overeating. And I didn't want to acknowledge that to myself, let alone to other people. But now I have no problem showing my food, and I show you everything I eat. And it just shows you that if you wait too long, and there's never such a thing as too long, but if you wait till you're older like I did, it comes off so much slower. When I was 66, I was losing weight left and I can't snap my fingers, but I was losing weight left and right. You wouldn't believe how fast I was losing my weight. But I don't know who that is, so we're going to hang up on them. But now I'm 70. I'm going to be 71 in September. It's coming off slow, really, really slow. A lot of the reason is the food choices that I'm making, the portion sizes that I'm making, but I'm fine with that. As long as I have the scale going in the right direction, I'm fine with that. And always remember that your future depends on what you do today. Not what you're going to do next week, not what you're going to do next month, not what you're going to do next year. Your future right now, if you want to reach your goals, depends on what you decide today. If you make a mistake at a meal, if you have too much to eat, if you overeat too many calories, too many points, whatever you're figuring, don't think that your whole day is blown. Just say, you know, my next meal, I'm going to do better. If you really feel like the whole day was shot, then just know that tomorrow you can start again and do it again. And just do it as many times as you do. But always remember, nothing's going to change if nothing changes. So if you want change in your life, you have to make some changes. I think one of the changes I made today was not to have as much fruit, because I have a lot of fruit in there I could have eaten. But I thought, no, the bowl of oatmeal is enough. And my pie thing dinner is going to be like, I think I figured, like I told you, 8 points. I think my breakfast was 8 points, so that's 16. I think I'm going to have a dinner roll. I figured it into my points. I think I can figure in a dinner roll for that. So I think I should be fine. But okay, let's see what I'm going to have for dinner, and then obviously I'll do a closeout video, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay, there's the finished product. I'm going to divide it up into 6 servings, which will be 6 points each. But Roy, recipe with Roy, his is 4 points, or 3 points for 4 servings, but he uses different ingredients. So I'll leave the link to his channel down below. Okay, I took a sixth of the dish for 6 points, and a biscuit for 4 points, and a teaspoon of butter. So my dinner and I have iced tea. So my dinner comes to 12 points. Okay, Roy, the real test is, what do you think?
I'd eat it.
That's high compliment coming from Jim. Well, I have to tell you that that was a hit. Jim loved it so much, he said he wants me to make it again sometime. And he wants me to save a portion that he's going to eat it tomorrow when he gets back from his hunting, because he knows I don't cook on Tuesdays. So Roy, big thumbs up. The reason I didn't do a cook with me to show you how I was making it was because it wasn't my recipe. It was Roy over at Roy's Recipes with Roy. So I left a link in the description box below. Go over to his channel. When he makes it, it's only 3 points. The difference is he uses ground chicken breast, which I couldn't find, and so I used ground turkey. And he uses fat-free cheese, and I used the Velveeta shreds, which is why the difference in points. His recipe calls for 4 portions in a 13 by 9 pan for 3 points, and mine was 6 portions for 6 points, and that's due to the cheese and the ground turkey that I used. I didn't put green beans in it because Jim doesn't like any vegetable that's green, but I had carrots and corn, and I had some garlic and mushrooms, and then the cheese, and then the shredded potatoes on top. Delicious. I would make it again. I loved it. It was kind of like I was almost tempted to go and have the 8-point portion, but I thought, no, you're trying to realize your portion sizes are too big. So I scaled back and just ate that, but I did another portion and I put it in the freezer, and then I left 2 portions in the refrigerator for Jim, and then his portion was like 2 portions. He ate a lot, and he said it was easy for him to chew, it was easy for him to digest. So big thumbs up on that one. So if you go over to his channel, make sure you subscribe to his channel, because he's always got great recipes, and let him know I sent you over there. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to hang my chimes back up, because after I got done before, they were really like banging. They were really making a lot of noise. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. As always, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to ask Jimmy and I some questions for our Ask Us Anything.